Hello everybody, what is going on and welcome back to another video. Today we are running through my 2018 finals predictions. We did this last year, it was a lot of fun, a lot different. The finals bracket is looking this year compared to last year, but this year is set out to be a fantastic final series with, there are a couple that you could say have definitive winners in this first week, but also games such as Melbourne versus Geelong, Sydney versus GWS will be hotly contested, and that will be an elimination final as well. And then it depends on if Hawthorn and Collingwood can put up a fight against some strong opposition away from home. Well, Hawthorn are away from home, but the MCG is Richmond's place where we absolutely dominate. So it's time to get into it. The first game I will be there, Richmond versus Hawthorn. Who do I think will win? Richmond, we obviously have won 21 in a row at the G, getting close to the all-time record of most games won in a row at a venue, which is held by Geelong, I believe, down at Kardinia Park. But I don't know if we'll get there, but I think it'll definitely help us out here against Hawthorn. Many say Hawthorn are the weakest side in the top 8. You cannot count them out, though. They have put on some pretty decent footy this year, despite, losing to Brisbane. And, under Clarko, anything is possible, but obviously, first of all, we're going to have to go with Richmond to take us straight through to the prelims. Now, deciding who plays Hawthorn in the first semi-final, it is Melbourne versus Geelong. Both teams are coming in with absolute momentum. Melbourne coming in after a massive victory against GWS, really showing how good they are and how they can make an impact in September. And Geelong down at Kardinia Park, 2 100-point wins in a row. Will that help them out going into the finals, or will they be a bit flat? I think they will be a bit flat. People are hyping them up. People are like, oh, sneaky flag chance. I do not think so. I think Melbourne can win their first final in however many years. I think Melbourne can get it done over at the G. It is 50-50 though, you never know. Melbourne and Geelong have had 2 fantastic games this year, as you all know. One ending with Zach Tui and also with Max Gawn as well. So anything can happen in that game, but is it the G? I think I will be going with Melbourne as my pick. Fairy tale story. Speaking of fairy tale stories, not much of a fairy tale story in this one, but we have Sydney versus GWS. GWS are supposed to be getting some names back. They've been missing names all season long, and they recently have just lost to Sydney when I thought they were in for a bit of a sneaky chance. Now, I think in the finals as well, I think Sydney can and probably will get it done. It is another one of those 50-50 games. GWS could come out and smash them, but Sydney, I believe, should be getting Parker and Buddy back. And yeah, Sydney just have to learn how to put numbers on that scoreboard, and then they'll be bloody elite. They just cannot kick goals, they cannot kick scores, but, they kick about 70 and expect to be able to win a game with scoring only 70 points, but they need to learn you can't do that. Continue on the attack. And obviously, the last game over at Optus, we have West Coast versus Collingwood. I think West Coast will win. I don't know if it'll be comfortably, but there's no doubt in my mind that West Coast can get it done over there, over at Optus, the first final ever played at Perth Stadium. Get it done in front of the home crowd and send us to 2 big semi-finals here, both being contested at the MCG. We have Hawthorn and Melbourne and Collingwood and Sydney. Hawthorn and Melbourne. Who knows? I think there is one thing holding Melbourne back, though, and that is finals experience. They have no finals experience recently, and if you look at premiership teams, normally they have finals experience. Richmond had, obviously not in 2016, but in the years leading up to that, we had played in finals. We knew what the atmosphere was like. They'll be running on adrenaline in the first game, but I think Hawthorn will catch them in the second. Collingwood versus Sydney. I think Collingwood, despite their injuries, I think they're overall this year a better team than Sydney. I think Sydney I guess they're obviously still a fantastic team, but there's nothing really wowing me about them at the moment. So I think I'm going to go with Collingwood, get it done in front of the home crowd, and it will be awesome for them and send them through to a prelim. Again, two massive prelim finals, Richmond versus Collingwood and West Coast versus Hawthorn. We'll start off with the one you wouldn't expect me to start off with, West Coast and Hawthorn. Over at Optus Stadium, I don't think there's much stopping West Coast. I think Hawthorn could actually get smashed in this prelim. I'm not too sure. But West Coast will want to go out and say, we are the ones to beat. We are playing a fantastic brand of footy here on our home deck. And I think that home deck will 100% help them going into the grand final. Against Hawthorn, I'm going to have to give the West Coast Eagles a spot in the grand final. Prelim finals, Richmond versus Collingwood. They have met twice this year. Richmond won by 43 and 28 points. So combined, pretty comfortable margins, but especially in that second game, Collingwood challenged a lot. I was at that game as well, and up until the last quarter, Collingwood were pretty much all over us. I think that you cannot deny the brand of footy we are playing at the moment. We still need to hit our best footy, and hopefully we've saved our best footy for the finals. Obviously, there are teams in the past who have played spectacular years and crumbled in the finals. I don't think we'll do that. Well, that might just be my heart speaking, not my head. People have differing opinions, but I think we are a better side than Collingwood, and we do everything better than Collingwood because we're the best team in the AFL, clearly. I mean, we're winning the grand final, you know. After all that analysis, you all know Richmond are winning the grand final. I hope so. Anyway, I believe it'll be a Richmond versus West Coast grand final. And the thing that gives the edge is West Coast will have played all of their finals over at Optus. I do not think they can beat us on the G. I think it would be similar to when we faced Adelaide. I know that Optus is very similar to the MCG, but it is not the MCG, especially when you're coming up against Richmond. I think West Coast 100% can beat us over in Perth, but they're making the flight over here. I do not think they can beat us on our home deck. I hope so. So, I predicted Richmond and Adelaide in the grand final last year. I believe the only prediction I got wrong last year was putting Sydney in the prelim instead of Geelong. But yeah, that was the only prediction for the whole bracket that I got wrong. Hope I am right this time. But yeah, let me know who you think, your finals predictions in the comments down below, who you think will win the flag. You can even put the margins if you want. You can't really do that on the ladder predictor. Well, I mean, you can on this version, but the bracket just looks a lot cleaner and better to use for this sort of video. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed. Let me know your opinion in the comments down below. I'm so excited for finals. I cannot wait. And I'm pretty sure you guys cannot wait either. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.